Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to my deep guide. Well, the Remarkable platform has received yet another update, update 2.13, so let's check out what it has in store. It is returning some of the requested features. People have been complaining about the highlights and the exporting of the highlights and colors, so some of the requested features are back, and there are supposed to be some improvements to the overall interface of how we interface with our Remarkable. So let's see. Right, so here is the software release 2.13, and let's check out what the new features and updates are in this release. We got gray highlighter and file export, which is now normal, and to view our files in mobile desktop apps, support new gray highlighter or send files by email in grayscale from your device. So you gotta use the latest desktop app, which I believe I have running in the background. Yep. And if you don't know which version you are running, just go to help and about, and it will display your version and your login info, and that's why I'm not displaying it here. All right, so in theory it should be able to kind of show us a grayscale highlighter. So let's just pick a document of any sort that I already have here, and let's see, textbooks, and maybe something. All right, so let's go back to the standard geology of Mars. And if I pick my highlighter and in colors, there we go. We have yellow, green, pink, and gray overlapping. So let's do a test for all of them and see how they... Is it snapping? Yes, it's still snapping. So I'm going to do 2 lines of each and then see how it behaves. So, okay, that's that. So we have this one. Another one, and pink. Let's keep one row just to have it like that. And let's pick what? Okay, and the gray one here, here, and here. All right, so that's now kind of marked. So we got all 3 colors here. And when I exit the document, I'm gonna allow it to synchronize. There, the synchronization is done. So I should be able to go to Documents, Textbooks. So let's go here, Documents, Textbooks, and let's see, Geology of Mars, and there we go. So we got our yellow, green, pink, and grayscale highlighter is back in play. So that's a good thing. So let's kind of zoom in and see what it looks like. And yep, that's all good. So this looks pretty good. I like the opacity. I like everything, how it works. Some people hate the new kind of fitting functionality of the highlighter. I actually don't mind it. I think it's improved and it works really good now because it's very precise, so you don't have to fiddle around with it. But at the very least, it would be nice if Remarkable would allow users to enable or disable that option just to accommodate users who have a different preference to them. Hey, that's new. I don't think we had this before, and you don't have an icon for it. So here's a little top tip. So if you press Control and you're in the app, yeah, if you're just scrolling your mouse wheel, nothing happens. If you press Control and then hover above the content here, then you can actually scale these. But does it actually properly scale? Yes, it does. That's kind of cool. So that's something that's definitely new, and you don't actually have an icon for that. So there's a top tip there. I didn't test it in the notebooks, so let's test it out as well. All right, so let's choose a highlighter and see what colors do we have. Same, we have yellow. So we're gonna do a little bit of a yellow. Then we're gonna do green. And we're gonna do some pink. And finally gray. And now I'm gonna draw like a gray line through all three different colors just to see how they interact and how they do they stack, what do they do, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. So let's just do that, and yellow. Okay, and then finally I'm just gonna take a fine liner, thin one, black one, and just again draw a line through all of this. And what I'm actually trying to test out here is basically to see how it is combined and how they interact with each other in colors, because of course they're grayscale on a device. So let's now back out of this one and see that was update 2.6 testing. So let's get back into our app. Let's just see, there we go. And notebooks, there we go, that's the latest one. And let's see here, so we got yellow, green, pink, gray, all exported normally, and they stack, so that's a good thing. They combine, and the lines, yeah, they're standard ugly remarkable lines with no anti-aliasing, just terrible looking lines, but it is what it is. That's normal. So that's how that works. Let's just see here. Yeah, okay, so oh, okay, bug. Okay, this is me addressing remarkable team. Is there anyone testing this stuff properly? Like, what is... yeah. So if you're using control and scroll wheel, you will be able to zoom past the zoom mark or zoom value that the desktop app is okay with. And the moment you do, 100% reproducible, by the way, as you can see. So we have image, zoom past, we don't have image. How long did this take to actually kind of discover? So apparently it's only in notebooks, maybe in documents as well, but I remember that I zoomed all the way that I can and nothing happened. Here, something definitely happens. So I'm just kind of curious, with $1 billion valuation from investors and things, maybe, just maybe, you could afford a decent beta testing theme to actually at least try out these things, because this is ridiculous. I mean, and here's the thing, how is an average user supposed to get out of this if they... oh, it's much worse. Okay, so this is actually the maximum here. So if you accidentally do this and you don't know what you've done, yeah, what do you do? Oh, my app crashed. Anyway, I'm not gonna be a beta tester for Remarkable, so this is just a service for the users. If you're control scrolling to zoom in your app and you get a black screen, just control and zoom out until you get the image. Apparently that's the way it works right now, and hopefully they'll fix it at some point. Who knows? Anyway, the sorting of the highlighter and everything here seems to be working fine. All right, the next thing on the docket is improved integrations. Google Drive users now have the ability to access any drives they have been invited to share. Cool. So we can actually use the shared invites. So we can use shared drives, and that is a good thing. As folders in Google Drive from the integrations menu. Okay, I'm not going to test that simply because I don't have any shared drives that I can publicly share. They're all work related, so I'm not going to do that. But I'll choose to reluctantly trust them at their word because they don't have a best track record of implementing these things. But hopefully it works okay. It's also now possible to add several different OneDrive integrations, which is a good thing. People have been complaining about that. You could only have one OneDrive. I personally do not use OneDrive, so again, I will not be testing that out, especially because I don't want to create multiple fake OneDrive accounts just to test this thing out. But supposedly this is something that's supposed to work now as well. Okay, and in Dropbox, we've improved PDFs are previewed, making it easier to find your files. Okay, fine. So that's okay. Improved integrations. I'm not going to spend much time on this. Hopefully it works the way it does and the way they say it does. And the final thing is import files using your browser. Finally, after a gazillion years, they have introduced a new way to import files to your paper tablet using your web browser. Great for if you're on the go or don't have access to either our mobile or desktop apps. I shudder to even think of opening their mobile app on my phone because the state of that one has never been good, and maybe at some point I'm going to do a checkout on that one, but that's not going to be a part of this video. So how does the new import files works? You log into myremarkable.com, drag and drop files that you want from your desktop into the marked area. It works with PDF, EPUB, JPEG, and PNG files up to 100 megabytes. Now, what I don't know is, can we import, does it work? First of all, so does it work? Second of all, can we import multiple files at once? Third of all, can we drag and drop a folder that contains these files and drag and drop that? And finally, the 100 megabyte limit, is it per file or per a batch of files that you are going to import here? So yeah, let's test that out. And here I am on the my.remarkable.com page, and this is how it looks like. So you have your integrations here, which is cool. Read on Remarkable is also part of this, so that's cool. And we have now try our new feature, import files, drag and drop or browse your files. So let's test out all of these things. First, I'm gonna upload one. Hey, we can upload PNGs and JPEGs. That's kind of cool, but what do you do with them if you can't use them as custom templates? I guess just look at them, and you can't use them as custom screenshots. Maybe they're preparing for custom templates. Now that would be nice. Anyway, all right, so I got a bunch of documents here that I use normally on all of the devices to test these things out. And as you can see, they range from 300 kilobytes all the way to 800 megabytes. So I have a full range here, close to 100 megabytes, a little bit over 100 megabytes, and 45, and blah, blah, blah. So let's see, and these are PDFs and one EPUB. Mainly I'm going to test with PDFs, but I'm thinking like it's a file transfer thing. So if it works on PDFs, it's going to work with everything else, hopefully. So let's try and see and drag and drop something small. So lighting up your graphics, drag and drop, yes, boink. And this file format is not supported. This is a PDF file. So, okay, let's make things a little bit clearer on one screen. So just that you guys can see this. This is clearly a PDF file. Drag, drop. And now it worked. Why didn't it work the first time? Because it was dragged from a different screen? I don't know. Okay. Sync completed. This one has been uploaded, but where? I wonder where. Well, the tradition is root, and there it is. So let me just move these things out of the way somewhere. Yeah, let's just move them here. So I have a clean slate here in the root, and I'm just going to clear all. Okay, so that worked. I'm going to try and drag and drop from the same screen or repeat from the second screen and see what happens. Let's see if I have the same document. Drag and drop. No, it works. Don't know what happened. Maybe I missed something. But it's working and it's appearing in my device. Good. So one document works. Move to trash. Okay. So now let's check out a couple of them. There we go. So this is 96.9 megabytes. And let's drag and drop all of those, our PDF files here. There we go. We can upload multiple files. Very cool. Works properly, works fast, device is synchronizing immediately, and everything is being dumped into my root, creating a complete mess of my carefully organized remarkable device and forcing me to do unnecessary steps. Yet again, I guess that's the philosophy, because God forbid that you have a distraction of actually being able to organize your remarkable and having the freedom to drag and drop into your folder. Instead, you need to drag and drop into the root and then manually move every file where you would. I guess that's not distracting. So, all right. Either way, this is functional, and now it's synchronizing and sync completed. Everything worked brilliantly, so that's good. Let's now get rid of these guys. So in this folder, I'm just going to grab a couple of the documents, put them in here. This is 12 megabytes altogether, so definitely not over the limit. Let's clear this all and see, drag and drop a folder. And no, folders are not supported, so you will have to individually group these files at least someplace and then drag and drop them all like that. And let's see now a bigger document, 84 megabytes, green, uploading. Would be nice to actually see an uploading progress bar, but fine. So let's see how long it takes. Actually quite fast, which is really, really cool. So the device is synchronizing. This is a large document. And synchronization almost done. Dun, dun, dun. Hopefully we should see the big document here. Yes, we do. And we can access it. Anything here happening? No? I don't know. He's still synchronizing, so I guess I should leave him. Oh, there we go. He's opening up now. Okay. And it's functioning normally. Okay, so that's good. So let's see that 100 megabyte limit. So I'm gonna select now more than 100 megs. Of course, I'm gonna exclude the giant one. So now we have 100 and let's go even more. So, okay, so let's now upload a lot. So now we have 221 collectively megabytes of the files that I want to upload, but none of them are over 100 megabytes. Now let's drag and drop that. Green, and they are working. Okay, so it looks like that the 100 megabyte limit is per document, not per collection of documents that you're going to upload, and that's a good thing. I'm going to try a couple of images and see how that actually works. All right, so the first thing I found in the same directory are MDO images, right? So there's like 11 PNG files, all small, so collectively very small. So let's drag and drop, says that it's supported. Okay, there we go. They are, what? They're not 10 megabytes. What are you talking about? Every single one is 294 kilobytes. And he's saying that they're 10 megabytes each. Okay, well, that's odd. Anyway, these things are now uploading, but it's I wish I could actually see the size of these things, but all right, so they're opening up, and then you can click on a PNG, even though he's still synchronizing. Let's see, can you multitask? Maybe, sort of, kind of. Getting there. Oof, this is rough. There we go, and opened up. Okay. And it is opened up, and you can mark it. What can you do with this? You can send by email and present with screen share. All right, so we got all of the images, or of the PNGs have been loaded. I wish I had an option of seeing details to see the actual size of this, because it's really weird that he's saying 10 megabytes. I'm not a fan of that. But other than that, Yeah, they are uploaded and they seem to be working normally. Let's see something with smaller text here. Is okay, and does he sharpen it up? What does he do? Yeah, okay. So clearly it's not too happy with with handling these types of formats, because it's a little bit more demanding on it, but it's able to do it. All right, so images work, PDFs work, and uploading seems to be working all good. And just one last test, a document that's larger than 100 megabytes. So this one is 190 megabytes. And it says for files, you can use desktop or mobile apps. All right, well, previously we've had a problem with that. So let's test that out and see if that problem is now, in fact, gone. So let's find my Remarkable app. There we go. And I'm just gonna drag and drop the 190 megabyte here. Okay, so now it's there. Okay, it's uploading and syncing, so we should start seeing it here on the device soon. And I'm keeping everything in real time, so this is all recorded on by multiple sources at the same time, so that you can see how the process actually works and yeah, the speed of the whole thing. All right, so he's synchronizing, and so far this is really good and really fast for a file of that size. Now, the system and the ecosystem was able to do this with this particular file before as well, not as smoothly. It was actually a little bit more rough, but it was possible to do it. This is a much smoother and much more confident experience, at least for me. The one that never worked, and it was always a problem, is the ginormous one, the one with 804 megabytes. So that's the next one that we're going to try as soon as this finishes synchronizing, which is going to be soon. All right, synchronization completed. Opening up the document, and we have access to it normally. Cool. Now let's grab the big boy and boink. Let's see what happens now. So it's at least marked. This is a gigantic document, 10,844 pages, and it's synchronizing. It's actually being uploaded, which is a good thing. So we're halfway there, but this device still needs to be able to pull it down and display it. And if it manages, that will be the first time that I was ever able to open this document on the Remarkable. So, oh, we are synchronizing. The speed is uber slow, so we're gonna definitely cut through this and yeah, come back later. I'm gonna fire up the stopwatch, which is of course not going to be super precise because it's already been a little bit of time, so we'll be able to have a rough estimate to see how long this kind of thing takes. There we go. All right, so at least 3.5 minutes and maybe a little bit more it took for the 804 megabyte file to synchronize with the Remarkable. This is the very first time that this device was, and this entire service was able to do this with this big file. And let's see, can Remarkable open a 10,844 file? Okay, I tapped on it, it's opening. Hopefully it works. And just to clarify, I've been using this file on all of the Books devices and all of the Supernote devices for a very long time now without any problems. There we go. And yeah, so here we are. we are able to actually for the first time, see this whole thing. How does he manage to navigate it? Actually very, very quickly and very, very nimbly. So finally, the device is able to get past that limitation that it had for a very, very long time. All right, so even though you can technically transfer such large files to the Remarkable, it's definitely not a happy platform to do it. So don't count on it, and don't try not to do it unless you absolutely have to, because right now it's really bogging down the whole platform quite a bit. I mean, it's unresponsive now currently. I'm hoping that it's going to be able to respond. Maybe it's because he's doing the upload, which is maybe that I moved it to the trash. So either way, the infrastructure is not meant, obviously was not meant to be doing these things. So okay, finally we're here. Let's go to trash and try and clear out our trash. Okay, good stuff. That's cleared out. And now we should have a much more responsive device, which is correct. Okay, so we had no crashes, we didn't have any problems or anything like that. Some things took a little bit longer time and the device was a little bit less responsive, but it is within the realms of what I would expect to happen when dealing with such large files and such limited hardware that's over here. And by no means is a dual core and 2 gigabytes of RAM too little for a Linux to handle files like that, but in this case, for the Remarkable itself, it is a limitation. So he is not a happy puppy if you throw really large documents at it, but at the very least, now it's able to tackle them. But it is able to do it. All right, and that's basically all of the updates in software release 2.13. All right, so that's the update 2.13. I think it's generally, on the paper, it seems like a smaller update, but I think it's an important one because there's a lot of stuff that went under the hood. Not all of it is perfect in the desktop app, for example, but at least a lot of it has been updated, and things that we couldn't do before, now we can, and things that we could do unreliably before, now we can do a lot more reliably on the Remarkable platform. But overall, update 2.13 on the Remarkable, pretty good. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe and ding the notification bell down in the description below to get notified when new videos come out on My Deep Guide. Also, I have on offer something called the My Daily Organizer. My Daily Organizer has been carefully designed to offer a comprehensive yet effortless all year round experience. If used daily and in recommended fashion, My Daily Organizer, or MDO for short, can significantly improve your productivity, effectiveness, and efficiency in both professional and personal settings. Full interactivity with over 11,000 hyperlinks spreading throughout the entire document, dedicated Monday and Sunday week start versions of the document, full year calendar with access to any month, quarter, and day of the year, quarterly organizer also with access to the months and the days of the selected quarter, monthly organizer with quick links to weeks each day, and also some room for organization and planning notes for that month. Weekly organizer is also available with access to each day of the week, and you also have one extra weekly notes page. The daily organizer side offers a daily planner page, 2 dedicated note pages, and a diary page for each day of the year, which can help keep track of your short and long-term goals. And you also have access to 99 cataloged and numbered My Notes pages, and the same thing with 99 cataloged My List pages. There are 3 different cover styles to choose from depending on your personal preference, and there's also a dedicated left-handed version of the MDO created especially for the Remarkable platform. MDO has multi-platform compatibility for the Remarkable, Supernode, and Books platforms. It can and will work on other platforms as well. Main prerequisites are that the platform has a dedicated PDF reader with support for writing annotations into the PDF and, of course, hyperlink functionality. If you would like to learn more about how MDO works, check the videos in the My Daily Organizer playlist in the description below. Or if you already like how MDO sounds and it's something that can help you better organize your professional and/or personal life, then you can buy it at mydeepguide.com/shop. And in the description down below, you will also find the details to the Discord server, My Deep Guide server, which is a community where people hang out, share advice, experience, etc., etc. And it's a nice thing to be a part of. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye!